What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I honestly today wanted to talk about and do a roundup of all of my favorite things that I've ever thrifted or gotten secondhand. I won't claim that I'm like this huge thrifter and everything that I buy is thrifted, because that would be a lie, but I find that whenever I thrift something, it ends up being one of like my favorite things in my wardrobe. And I don't know if it's the uniqueness of it. I don't know if it's because I feel like I have something that no one else does. I don't know if it's having something that had a life before I got it. I think there's a huge beauty in thrifting, and I was never a big thrifter before. I never cared for it. I never really understood why people would buy secondhand items until I came much more in like my adulthood. I would say like in my later 20s, early 30s. That's when I started using websites like The Real Poshmark. And then just more recently, I've been going to actual thrift stores. And I get a lot of questions of people asking me like, what thrift stores do you normally go to? I don't think I've gone to one specific one more than once, because it's always very, very random. Like my mom will text me and she'll be like, hey, do you want to go thrifting today? And she'll be like, oh, I saw a brand new thrift store on this street. And we'll just go in there. So I don't have a favorite, unfortunately, because I don't think I've never gone into the same one. No, yes, I have. There's one by the Florida Mall. There's a Goodwill by the Florida Mall. If you live in the Central Florida area, the Central Orlando area, there's a Goodwill in the like right by the Florida Mall, and it's massive. I've found a couple things there, but it's not like somewhere that like I go out of my way to go every single time. So I just wanted to do a roundup of the things that I have bought secondhand that I really, really love. And all of these, for the most part, are things that I'm like, oh my god, like I can't believe I found this. This was such a steal. Like things that I just am absolutely in love with, that I'm so happy I have and no one else does, if that makes sense. Like I feel like there's such a cool feeling of having this one of one item, because it's something that was from many, many years ago. Every single time I see some of the coolest people, whether it's people in New York City, people in Europe, in California, LA, if I'm like, oh my god, that outfit is so cool, I promise you 85% of the time, one of the pieces that they mention, they're like, oh, this is thrifted, or this is thrifted, because things from back then, like things that are thrifted or things that you can buy secondhand, have such a cool look to them. They look cooler, they look more unique, they're crafted differently, the fabrics are better. It's just, I am definitely someone that is becoming more and more in love with the idea of thrifting and getting things secondhand. You guys know I'm not like a big shopper. Like I do buy myself clothes and shoes and things like that from time to time, but I'm not someone that goes on like massive shopping sprees at once. I personally don't like to do that. I like getting one item at a time, incorporating that into my wardrobe, and then I'll move on to the next item that I'm looking for. So I'm really, really into everything that I've thrifted, and everything that I have either thrifted or gotten secondhand. These are things that I've had in my closet and or will have in my closet for years, because I don't see myself wanting to get rid of them anytime soon. Let me get my water, because you guys know. Let's start off with some shoes. And shoes are something that I have gotten so many secondhand, because a lot of designers come out with vintage styles, and then once they discontinue that style, you can't get it anymore unless you come across it secondhand. So this shoe here is probably my favorite, my all-time favorite secondhand purchase. I do have another one, but I have a little bit of a thing with it, so I'll show it to you guys, but I'm going to talk about what like I was disappointed with. But these shoes right here, I loved them for years and years. You guys have seen me talk about these before if you've been with my channel for a long time. But these are a shoe called the Gucci Ursula. And these came out, I don't even remember what year they came out. It has been years. They are definitely like a discontinued vintage style. So here's what they look like here. This big piece wraps around your ankle, and then it's like a cage on your foot. This is like a hot pink. A lot of people think it's red, but they're like a really vibrant like fuchsia pink. It is a higher heel. It's like a 4.5-inch heel, so they are high. So I don't wear them all the time, but what these do to a look, especially if you're wearing a dress, if you're wearing shorts, if you're wearing a pant that's cropped, the look that it gives is unmatched. These, I think, retail were almost $1,000. I got these for like 300 bucks. This was years ago. Like I've had these now for maybe 5 years, and I will never get rid of them. I love them. The structure of the shoe is freaking amazing. And yeah, these are just so special to me that these are something, although I know they are very, very high, I just can never see myself getting rid of them. This is something that I might pass down to maybe my niece or my goddaughter, because this is such a good vintage style. And the only way that you can get these is if you get them secondhand. They're amazing. This is the other shoe that I wasn't going to mention it because I've had kind of an issue with them, but I love them so much. I just need to see if I can get them fixed. So there's a designer called Rene Caovilla, and she is known right now for a design that's like a strappy sandal heel, and it's like sparkly going all the way wrapped around your leg. I know you guys have seen them before, maybe on like red carpets, on celebrities, on influencers, anything like that. They're beautiful. They're over $1,000. I knew that wasn't something that I wanted to invest in, but I had gone on the real and I just checked to see if they had any, and I came across these, right? They're so pretty. These look like a Cinderella shoe. All of this is sparkly right here and covered in colorful iridescent sequins. Like, this literally looks like a mermaid heel, like beautiful. They're silver here. They are a slingback, and then they're probably like a 3.5, 4-inch heel. Like I said, Rene Caovilla, you can see right here, her name, and I think I got these for like $140 on the Real. I was so excited about these. I actually ended up wearing these for Christmas. I wore an all white outfit and wore these, and I literally looked like the sugar plum fairy. I loved it. When I posted them, everybody was like, your shoes, where are they from? Because they are just so sparkly, and the way that they catch the light, especially at night, is unmatched. Again, under $150, but this one specifically, and it's because this is a vintage style, it's a really, really old style shoe, these have completely detached from the base, and I need to get them reworked and redone because I want to be able to use these. But you can see here, I haven't worn them since that one time for Christmas because they completely came apart. Like, I need like a really good glue, like shoe glue, in order to fix these, and I just need to find a shoemaker or a cobbler or somebody that works with designer shoes to see if we can fix these, because I don't want to get rid of them. These were such a good find and such a steal, but I can't wear these. Like, they're done. So I'm gonna have to do some research and see where I can get these fixed, and if I can get them fixed, all they really need to do is pull this, essentially pull this in. Tyler tried to fix them for me, but we don't have shoe glue. They really just need to pull this in and then like glue this down, and I also need to get them resoled because that will help keep this down. But I love these shoes. I'm just really disappointed that the entire thing like detached. And I already know it's because it's an old style. Like, this isn't a style that they make anymore, but I love these and I wish I could wear them. Like, I would wear them again every single holiday if I could, but they're destroyed right now. So if you're in Orlando and if you know of a really good cobbler or somebody that works with shoes, please let me know. This is my more recent secondhand find. I've already talked about these so many times, so you guys are probably tired of me, but I got these on the Real this year, a couple of months ago, and I was looking for a black, very, very, very pointed toe booty that was of a shorter heel. I wanted something that was maybe like 2.5 inches, 3 inches, something that like I could wear for hours and hours, run errands, like walk around in for like a long period of time. But I wanted something that was like a pointy, like a stiletto heel, and a very, very pointed toe. So I was looking on all different websites. I was like, why don't I look on the Real? Like, see if there's maybe something that's a vintage style or something that's really, really cool that's secondhand that might be around the same price range. So I just put it in and I put my search for, I think, $150 and under, and these came up. And these are Dolce Gabbana. Look at them. They're literally beautiful. This might be one of the best finds I've ever had. Dolce & Gabbana, they look pretty much brand new. All of this like specks and dust, I've already put outfits together for like TikTok and Instagram wearing these, but this is from me wearing them. Like, when these got here, I looked at the bottom and I was like, there's no way anyone has ever worn these because they looked brand new. I'm gonna open up the zipper. The little zipper here says Dolce & Gabbana, and then the entire inside is like a golden bronze, and I'm telling you guys, the inside does not look like it was ever worn. Like, they are in perfect condition, and these were $84, okay? $84. That is cheaper than getting like a fake leather boot on Amazon or getting a Steve Madden boot or something. So this is literally one of the best finds I've ever had. Look at how pointed the toes are. Like, it's so exaggerated and beautiful. I love these, and again, under $100 for Italian leather boots. Love it. Now, a lot of the things that I get secondhand are usually outerwear pieces or like kind of like heavier pieces. So I'll talk about yeah, I'll just show you guys a couple of them. So 2 of these pieces were thrifted in Amsterdam. And one thing about every time I go to Amsterdam, I love thrifting in Amsterdam. Going to European thrift shops is the coolest. They always just have such cool stuff. So I didn't go in looking for anything specific. I just wanted to see if I could find anything cool. And the first thing that I got, I've talked about this sweater a million times. This is an Italian cashmere sweater. And cashmere usually will run you on like around $100 plus. So yeah, 100% cashmere, made in Italy, and I paid I think 30 or 35 euro for this. It is the softest, most delicious, most comfy, amazing sweater I have ever owned in my life, and this is something, again, I will never get rid of it. Like, even if I'm not wearing it and I want to just like throw it over my shoulders to like give something a little bit more style, I can do that. But I also, every year I've worn it since I got it. I got this, I think 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago from Amsterdam, and it's a men's sweater, but you guys know I love menswear. I love oversized clothes. I love all the big stuff, especially for a sweater. I want something that's like big and chunky and cozy. And then at that same thrift store, I got this jacket that I just thought was so cool. I cannot remember how much I paid for this. I think it was about 30 euro as well. And look at this jacket, you guys. It's not real leather. It is faux leather, but it is so cool. I love the noise of it too. It just sounds leathery. This is a men's jacket, and they said it was from the 70s. And just like, I am so, and the fact that like nobody has this. This is mine. Like, nobody has this but me, and it is such a cool jacket. Let me see if I can show it to you. Ooh, a little bit better. Like, how cool is this? I ended up wearing this the very next day after I got it, and we went on like a boat ride in the Amsterdam canals. But how cool is this? The shape of it, the structure of it. I would absolutely wear this as a top as well, like just button one and let it like the silhouette just open up. But I am obsessed with this. This is something, again, like this was such a cool find, and something that like I wouldn't find this in H&M, I wouldn't find this in Zara, I wouldn't find this anywhere else. And it is just so cool. Like, this is very much like a lighter cold day. Like, if it's like in the 60s, I would wear this because I can't really layer underneath it, but I was fine with that. Like, I could wear something maybe really, really tight, like a black, really tight turtleneck under this, but I freaking love this. And again, like, just finding something that is not in the stores that you know no one else is gonna have truly is like the magic of thrifting and getting things secondhand, because this is such a cool freaking jacket. Like, I love it. Okay, now let me show you guys 2 blazers. I love thrifting my blazers. I very, very rarely will ever buy a blazer retail. Like, I like the fit of a men's vintage blazer. Like, that's my preference. I know not everyone likes that. Some people like something more tailored. Some people don't want to wear men's oversized clothes, but that is one of my like personal preferences when it comes to my personal style. So I have these 2 blazers right here. These are the last thrift trip that I went on with my mom, and I swear every time I go with my mom I hit every time. So this was one of the things that was on my wish list for my wardrobe this year. I wanted a really, really dark olive green men's blazer, and this one, as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's the one that I want. So I don't even know what brand this is. I don't even know if it says. Let's see. No, it doesn't. And I did obviously wash. I wash everything immediately, like right before I'm gonna. Generation something by Falcon. I don't, but look at it. Mind you, this fits very big. So I know this isn't everybody's style or everyone's cup of tea, but are you kidding? Like, this really cool oversized fit. I've styled it as a dress already. Like, you can literally close it and do it like that, but I love this blazer. It fits me really long. Like, it fits me like a dress. But that color, do you guys see the tone? That rich olivey tone is exactly what I wanted. And yeah, I got this actually at the Salvation Army. That's like in East Orlando. I went with my mom. She said she found it, so I met her there. And I love this blazer. I love this blazer so much. This is exactly what I was looking for this year, for this fall. So yeah, I am obsessed with it. And then on that same trip, this is still one of my best finds. It is so crazy to me how almost every single time I've gone thrifting, I find something YSL. It is so bizarre to me. I don't understand what it is, but I found a 2-piece suit, YSL, at Salvation Army. It was labeled, I think it was like $14.98 for the set. And when they rang it up, they were like, oh, some of the stuff is on sale. So it came out to $10.98. So this is the blazer, and you can literally see, I remember when I was walking through with my mom, I was like, oh, let me go look at the blazers. I definitely know I want like a green blazer. And I'm going through and I'm like, oh, I like the color of this one. It's like a weird sagey grayish green. And then I'm like, wait a minute. And all I see are, I don't know if you're able to see that. It has just like YSL little imprints all over this lining. Let me see. You probably can't see that. But anyways, I saw this and I didn't notice that it was also with a pair of pants. Where are the pants? It also came with a pair of pants. There you go. Yves Saint Laurent going across there. This is the second time now that I go into a thrift store and find Yves Saint Laurent. Look at how good this blazer is. I love, again, I love the color, and I love a oversized masculine fit for a blazer. That's just my preference. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Obsessed, obsessed, will never get rid of. Everything that I've thrifted, I feel like I'll never get rid of. And for my last thrifted YSL piece, this was also found really, really randomly. If you remember the video that I did, this was before we were even living in this house. Tyler and I went to a Goodwill in Winter Park on Park Ave, which is kind of like a ritzy area. And I was like, oh, let's just go in, I wanna see. And I was like, I really wanna find an oversized black blazer because I wanted to do a DIY with it, which I did end up finding one, and I'll show you the DIY. This was the very first item that I pulled out, like it was hanging, and I was like, oh, here's a black one. That says Saint Laurent. Saint Laurent Paris. And I was like, there's no way. This one was more expensive. This was $50, which is really expensive for thrifted and like Goodwill. But Tyler was like, you can't leave this. Like, you have to get it. And again, it's men's, so it's gonna fit a little bit boxier and a little bit bigger, but that is my personal style and that is my taste. So when I found this blazer, I was like, I'm not DIYing this blazer. I'm gonna have to find another blazer that I will DIY. So like I said, I paid $50 for this, which is definitely more expensive than you should be paying for anything at Goodwill. Like, nothing should be more than like $20, to be honest. But I was not gonna pass this up, and this is literally the only black blazer that I own because I'm like, why do I need another one? If you're gonna get oversized blazers, do yourself a favor, go to Goodwill and go to the men's section, because you can get blazers for under $15 and they're always 10 times better. So this is the blazer here. It was literally just a black plain blazer. That's all I wanted. And I wanted to put feathers on the end. I probably need to add some more. But Tyler ended up doing this for me. We bought the feathers on Amazon and then he sewed them onto the sleeves. So I have worn this for New Year's. I've worn this during the holidays. I wore this on like a girl's day with my best friend. So you can see here, it just gives a little bit more of a detail, and you can buy blazers that are like this with the feathers. They're like $100, but I was like, Tyler can do this. So yeah, this is the blazer, and this one I think I paid $12 or $13 for. Another item that actually, this is secondhand, but this was also passed down. So someone gave this to my cousin. An older guy gave this to my cousin, and my cousin was like, oh, this fits me tight, like I'm gonna give it to you. This is an Old English like Letterman jacket, and I kid you guys not, every single time I wear this, if I post a picture, if people see me out, I will get stopped about this jacket. It happens every single time because, like, first of all, Old English, the beer, you know, whatever. And then like the fit of it is so good. Like, this is such a cool jacket. Every single time I wear this, someone says something. People are like, that jacket is dope, that jacket is so cool. I love this like rich cranberry sort of color. It's the perfect little jacket to wear in the fall. Like, even just like this, like a really easy little outfit. I love this, and I didn't buy it because my cousin gave it to me, but it was given to him from someone else from back in the day. Let me see if it says anything. Auburn Sportswear. And yeah, it's so freaking cool, and I have never seen anybody else with this jacket. So it's just so cool. And my last secondhand little goodie, I got this year. You guys have seen this because I was so excited when I posted this. I got this for $25. This retails for like $115, I think. And I was just looking for a bag in this color, and I came across this on Poshmark, 25 bucks. I was like, I need to get that because this is my favorite color to wear in the summer. And it was pretty much in unworn condition. Like, even on the bottom, the wear is definitely for me. It did not come with like any wear. It has little feet, and all of this was completely clean. The inside was clean. It came in a little dust bag. It was just just perfect. It's so pretty, and I wore it so many times during the summertime. It is absolutely beautiful, and it's such a pretty color. I could absolutely wear this during like Christmas time and something like that for like a really pretty jewel toned bag. But this is from a brand called Olga Berg, and it's an Australian designer that specializes in like bridal little things. So she has really, really cute purses. You can find them on Revolve and like a couple different other websites, but I got mine secondhand for $25. I think that is everything that I wanted to show you guys. I do have a lot more secondhand, especially shoes. I have 2 pairs of Louboutins that I got secondhand. I got a pair of YSL heels that I got secondhand, and I got a pair of Stuart Weitzman heels that I got secondhand. So I am not like a stranger to buying things secondhand. Highly, highly recommend. If you don't like checking out stores, go on The RealReal. There's also a website called ThredUp, which I personally have never purchased from. But I know a lot of people, that's like basically like vintage shopping, but online, or secondhand thrifting online. I do want to check them out. But I personally just feel like I always get really good luck clothing wise when I am in person. I don't know what it is. I hit every single time. Like I go out and I get something cool every single time. So I highly recommend it. And I know that like it sucks because it's not like I can link anything, but I also kind of feel like that's the cool part. Like it leaves you to be creative. It leads you to use your imagination. It leads you to buy something not because you saw someone else have it, but because you actually want it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different, and I will see you guys in the next one.